What is up guys, Dzeeff here. In today's Konami sponsored video, I have an early box opening of the upcoming Tactical Master set in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Now this set releases in a couple weeks, but Konami has sent me not only this box to open early in today's video, but also a box to give away to one of you guys. So make sure to check out my Twitter, there will be a link in the description below. I'll be running a giveaway on there over the next few days. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this Tactical Masters set. This has all sorts of fun archetypes. We have a new Pendulum archetype that has all sorts of movement mechanics. We have a new sort of mill deck with spell cards and fusion monsters. And finally, we have the Labyrinth cards, which I'm a big fan of because they're basically another version of Altergeist in a lot of ways. They're really cool. So let's open this and see what we can pull. So this is a deck building set, of course. We're going to have 7 card packs here, 24 packs per box, and we're going to have 3 different archetypes, like I just mentioned, that you can sort of build a deck with if you just get a bunch of these packs. So this is going to be pretty exciting. I really do hope I pull a lot of those Labyrinth monsters because that is definitely the archetype that I'm most excited about, but we'll have to see what we get in today's video. What do we got? We have Runic Dispelling for our first card here. That is the archetype that deals with milling cards. Pendulum Switch. We have a Labyrinth Coup Clock, the first Labyrinth monster, if we can focus there. Very good new card for the Labyrinth archetype. Well, they're all new cards for the Labyrinths, but yeah, very good card there. So we have sort of like some main deck monsters and then a bunch of trap cards, and then the trap cards get bonus effects if you have the field spell, which is pretty cool. We have Trap Trick. That's a nice reprint there. And our first ultra rare out of the first pack. Oh my gosh, so much text on there. So this archetype is all about like moving cards from the zones into different spots. It is actually pretty wild. A really interesting archetype. We have Reckless Greed, and then we have Invader of Darkness from way back in the day. Okay, next pack here. Already we're pulling an ultra. That's a good sign. So you can see here that all of the cards, we don't have any commons in this set. We have a bunch of rares, and then you pull up to 1 holo per pack, I believe. So we have Compulse, we have the Archer for the archetype, Anti-Spell Fragrance. I wonder if that's a collector's rare. I bet it is. We have nice. We have the Duke there. Oh my gosh, collector's rare Scapegoat. That is incredibly cool. Oh my gosh, Scapegoat collector's rare. Sorry, my lighting's kind of weird right now. It's really like overcast today, but that is, oh my gosh, incredible. Nice. Wow, what a crazy first 2 packs. Let me put that to the side. I'll get to sleep for it in a sec. We also have the Chandelier Labyrinth, and we have Absolute King Backjack as well. Really good card for trap decks. Let me just sleeve up this Scapegoat real quick. That is such a good collector's rare. Oh my gosh, there's gonna be a lot of people happy about that one. Okay, moving on here, moving on. Yeah, Scapegoat has not gotten a high rarity printing in a while. I think the last time would have been that ultimate rare from a little while ago. Labyrinth, oh my gosh, that is the field spell. So this card is really cool. It says if you activate a set Welcome Labyrinth normal trap, you can add this additional effect to that card's effect at resolution. Also, after that, destroy 1 card on the field, non-targeting, of course. If you activate a non-Labyrinth normal trap card, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 fiend monster from your hand or graveyard. So this not only gives your trap cards bonus effects when the trap cards are already honestly fine, but also it has that revival effect as well. This card is fantastic. This is like what makes the entire deck work. We also have Runic Slumber, Labyrinth Coup Clock again, Invader of Darkness, and Lilith, Lady of Lament. This archetype keeps getting more and more cards, but that is definitely one of the better ones in there, especially just for like any sort of generic deck. Next pack here, we have the Ninja of that Pendulum archetype, Runic Smiting Storm. We have, oh nice, we have the field spell for that Pendulum archetype as well. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that even a little bit. Valance, is that how you pronounce it? Probably. Oh, I guess it's like Valence, I don't know. Labyrinth Stovey, nice. Duelist Alliance, Cosmic Cyclone, good reprint there. I wonder if that's a collector's rare, who knows. And then we have the Valance Voltage. Nice card there. Cool. Actually, a lot of good reprints so far. We've seen Cosmic Cyclone, we've seen Anti-Spell, Trap Trick, Absolute King Backjack. Looks like a lot of good reprints that people are going to be excited about. Quick booster for the first card out of that pack. Runic Smiting Stone. We have Valance Buster Baron for our super rare. Astrograph Sorcerer, Trap Trick, Cosmic Cyclone. Then finally, Runic Allure. Next pack here. I would love to see more and more Labyrinth cards. I'm looking to build the deck. Oh, Fiend Griefing, cool. Nice reprint. We have that again. Oh, we have the Runic Fangs. So one of the gimmicks of the Runic deck is that they're summoning fusion monsters in the extra monster zone. This is one of the options if you want to do that. Duelist Alliance. We have Valence again, Invader of Darkness, and Reckless Greed. I think at this point we've seen most of the rares, so I'll probably go through those a little bit faster. But yeah, a lot of cool rares in this set. Definitely from the reprint side especially. Pendulum Switch, Runic Dispelling, Runic Flashing Fire, first copy of that. Book of Eclipse, have not seen that one yet. Astrograph Sorcerer, Senate Switch. So yeah, I've kind of mentioned that the Pendulum archetype deals with moving cards around. Senate Switch, this card from way back in the day, is actually playable in this archetype, which is pretty wild. And we have Imperial Iron Wall. It's actually a pretty good card right now in certain matchups. Okay, here we go. Kind of struggling to open here. We have Quick Booster, Compulse, Labyrinth Barrage. Great card there. When you activate a set normal trap card except Labyrinth Barrage, this effect becomes that normal trap effect when that card is activated. So this basically just like doubles up on any of your other Labyrinth trap cards, which obviously is a pretty good idea. We also have Duelist Alliance, Book of Eclipse, Imperial Iron Wall, and Cosmic Cyclone. So many good reprints in the set. I am wondering which of those are actually collector's rares as well. I believe that there's what, like 10 collector's rares per set? We'll see though. Runic Flashing Fire, once again, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Labyrinth Cuckoo Clock. I think we got a playset of that one now. Yeah, so Labyrinths are kind of like Altergeist. I kind of mentioned that earlier, but yeah, they have like a Multi-Faker type card. They have a Marionetter type card. Oh, nice. We have the Valiance Warrior there, and a lot of trap cards as well. And you can even play some of the cards that were found in Altergeist in the Labyrinth deck as well. You know, a lot of good trap cards, just generic trap card support. So definitely a deck that I want to try out. We have Bear Blocker, Fiend Griefing, Valence, Buster Baron, once again, Labyrinth Cuckoo Clock, Runic Slumber, Cosmic Cyclone, and Senate Switch. Man, it is wild too, because I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think this is the first print of this card when it has problem-solving card text. It did get an errata when we got to Link Summoning several years ago, but I believe this is the first reprint for it. So that's actually a pretty cool thing, and it's rare. We have that, a couple of those. Nice, another copy of Labyrinth. Oh my gosh, that card is so good. Trap Trick, couple more Labyrinth monsters here. I want to see the Labyrinth Marionetter. That card on summon adds a Labyrinth to your hand, which is a really big deal. There's also that Multi-Faker, which is a higher leveled monster too. Nice. We have Valence Wars, the Place of Beginning. You can see a lot of the Valence in that artwork, maybe even all of them actually, but that is a pretty crazy looking card. Let's see what other ultras we might find in here. Quick Booster, Compulse, Labyrinth Setup, okay, more Labyrinth cards. Target 2 of your Labyrinth spell and trap cards that are banished or in your graveyard, except Labyrinth Setup, of course. Shuffle them into the deck. Then, if you control a Fiend monster, you can set non-Labyrinth normal trap cards with different names directly from your deck equal to the number shuffled. You can only activate 1 Labyrinth Setup per turn. Great recovery here, not only for recycling your cards, but also just for like rebuilding your board as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Bear Blocker again, another one of those. Book of Eclipse, Labyrinth Stovey, and Runic Tip. Okay, great card. Activate one of these effects, but skip your next battle phase after activation. So these cards, when you're playing them, you're really skipping your battle phase. I think most of them do that. Add 1 Runic card from your deck to your hand, except Runic Tip, then banish the top card of your opponent's deck, or special summon 1 Runic monster from your extra deck to the extra monster zone. So that's kind of what I was saying there. You can either summon that fusion monster, or you can add a Runic to your hand, which is pretty good. Next back here. What do we got? What do we got? Quick Booster, Droll and Lockbird. Wait, Droll and Lockbird. Oh, interesting. Labyrinth Setup again. Very cool. Farewell Come Labyrinth, Malice, Lady of Lament, Reckless Greed, and Labyrinth Archfiend. I think the first copy of Labyrinth Archfiend that we've pulled in this opening. Looks like a lot of the Labyrinth cards are actually pretty low rarity, which is nice. Shouldn't be too hard to pick up those. We have Pendulum Fusion, Fiend Griefing, Runic Golden Droplet. That is a good card for the archetype as well, if I remember correctly. Duelist Alliance. We have Valiance, Absolute King Backjack, and Labyrinth Chandelier. All right, we are down to, I don't know, like 5 or 6 packs, I think. Bear Blocker, Runic Smiting. We have Archfiend's Ghastly Glitch. This card's pretty good. If you control a Fiend monster, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then you can summon a Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard. Kind of like a Fiend Griefing in a way, but a little bit better in some cases because you're actually destroying a monster on the field instead of just shuffling one back that's in the graveyard. I mean, they both have their uses. You might even play both in the same deck, but definitely this is a card to consider if you're playing any Fiend monsters, especially if you are playing the Labyrinth deck because they're like all Fiends, I'm pretty sure. Okay, do we have any more Labyrinth cards out of these packs? We will have to see. We have another copy of the Valiance World right there. Lady of Lament. Yeah, I think we've seen most of these rares, pretty sure. What else we got? Drone Lockbird, nice. Runic Dispelling. We have, a different Valence fusion monster there. That's not the Ultra that we pulled out of the first pack. For Welcome, Labyrinth, Stovey Top, Imperial Iron Wall, and Cosmic Cyclone. Man, we have like 20 playsets of Cosmic Cyclone. I'm pretty sure we've pulled so many copies of that card. That's nice. That card's great in this format. Runic Golden Droplet out of that pack. Malice, Lady of Lament. We have Valence again. Lilith and Labyrinth Chandelier. Well, it's not quite just Chandelier in the name there, but you get the point. It is a chandelier. Okay, what do we got? We have Valence Ninja, Fiend Griefing, Runic Destruction, I think that's the first copy of that one, Runic Slumber, Labyrinth Stovey, Runic Allure, and Senate Switch. One final pack here. At this point, we pulled a bunch of Labyrinth cards. We pulled a Collector's Rare. Not really sure what else we could realistically ask for, but we have Valence World in our final pack. Scapegoat, once again, nice. Very cool opening. I cannot believe we pulled a Collector's Rare. It has been a while since I pulled the Collector's Rare. I have pretty good luck with Starlights, but anyway, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching it, and thank you to Konami for sponsoring it. Like I said, this set comes out in a couple weeks, so make sure to pick it up when it releases. I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.